Hello, everyone. What's going on? Welcome back to once again another Watch With Nordic live stream here today, where the Edmonton Oilers are looking to advance to the Western Conference Finals with a win tonight against the win tonight against the Vegas Golden Knights. I can't even see the game because the Toronto game needs to end. So I got about a minute 6 here until I can see the Edmonton Vegas game. Hopefully I don't miss a lot, but oh my god, that was absolutely awful performance there by Toronto. They are now heading into game 6, down 3-2. Whew. Oh my god. Alright, let me update the stream here now, get the clips in, monetize the live stream here as well. Got about a minute and 6 seconds here. Can I access it? Dude, I can't fucking access the fucking stream. You kidding me right now? I have to wait till this is over, bro. Oh my god, are you serious? It's already started. Of course. Ugh. Alright, you guys are gonna have to bear with me here for a moment. What's up, everyone? How we doing? I'm gonna miss the first couple of minutes here of the game just because I can't. My feed won't pop up because it's on ESPN2, but it won't allow me to access it, so I guess just bear with me here for a moment. What's up, Rick? All right, last minute of play in the third period. Time continues to wind down as I'm missing time of the game. Of course. 40 seconds left. $25 seconds left. Probably going to miss the first, 4 minutes or so. I apologize, guys. Didn't realize this game was going to take 72 years. And now Toronto officially down 3-2 in the series, facing elimination. 6-1 win for Florida. There you go. All right, more pushing and shoving after the buzzer. Now, take me over to Vegas versus Edmonton now. Not yet, I guess. Starting goaltender preview here for Edmonton versus Vegas. Aiden Hill is in net for the Knights. Stuart Skinner is in net once again for the Oilers. We're going to have to see if the Oilers can, or the Knights can, find a way to beat Stuart Skinner here in Game 4 after he has a shutout there as well. And let's move on over then to Vegas versus Edmonton. It's 16:36 left here in the first period. Face-off coming here now inside of the Edmonton zone. 16:36 to go. Oilers with a win tonight can advance to the Western Conference Finals. Darnell Nurse clears it out of the zone. They blow the play dead immediately. Puck will come back and into the Toronto end. I was about to crash out. Face off in the Edmonton zone. Be Barbashev versus Draisaitl. Face off one then by the Oilers. Nurse along the right side. Banked off the boards then down low. Battling now Stetcher. Feeds a pass up the other way. Draisaitl racing for it now in the corner. On the right side, stolen back. Pietrangelo then for Hurdle. Hurdle to Wah. Sends it back then Howden to Wah. But the point, Hurdle moves in. Shoots it wide of the net. And back down low. Here's Podkolzin. Tries sending a pass up. It's kept in by the Knights. Back down behind the net then Stuart Skinner with it. Darnell Nurse will take it back in the Edmonton zone. Then Troy Stetcher trying to throw a pass up there the other way. He gets one through successfully. And Shea Theodore back now behind the net. Here's Eichel. Jack Eichel through the zone. Back now behind. Intercepted there by Bouchard with his feet. Victor Olofsson on the right side. Eichel throws it in front. And they can't tuck it in. He gets it back. Moving the puck to the center. A shot blocked again. Here's Theodore now to McNabb. Intercepted and poked out of the zone there by Connor Brown. Vegas regroups. Eichel slides a pass over. Howden in front. And they can't finish that one either. Back on the right side now. Evander Kane racing for it. Tied up there by Theodore. Regrouping now down low. Howden over to McNabb. Braden McNabb for Vegas. Will regroup and hold the puck. Cleared down low and into the Edmonton zone. Back then is Amadio on the right side. Down low now. It's thrown up to the point. Schwinn, a shot! And blocked in front there. Not Amadio. My apologies. I don't know why I thought that was Amadio. Here's Kolasar now in the corner. Stolen back then by Connor McDavid. McDavid drops it back. Klingberg will slide it over then for Wallman, who will regroup with the Oilers puck. Jake Wallman gonna look for options. Skate it up through the defensive zone. Bank it all the way back down and into the Las Vegas end. Pietrangelo now on the right side. Kept in by the Oilers. Intercepted. Knights trying to clear. They'll get it out successfully. Carlson then to Smith. Banked up then by the Oilers. Here's Nuge. Back over then for Hyman back down low. And he'll battle for it here as well. Hyman slides it around then. Stetcher a shot. It goes up in the air and out of play. A little over 7 minutes in. Only one shot on goal and it's in favor of Vegas. As it's 1-0 Knights here. Midway through the first period. Sorry about that. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate it here. Still in a commercial break here. Again, the Oilers looking to advance to the conference finals. Vegas is missing Mark Stone and Brandon Saad. New players filter into the lineup, that being Cole Schwintz. And as well as that, too, you also see Tanner Pearson get a full-time role here in the lineup tonight as well. It's not looking too great here for this Vegas roster. Cole Schwint playing in his first career playoff game. He has played in games this year for Vegas, but obviously becomes that 13th forward type of player in the playoffs. And now here we are. Showing off the Western Conference bracket. It looks like Dallas and Edmonton will face off for the second straight year in the conference finals, barring anything crazy. Here's Draisaitl versus Howden, intercepted. Shea Theodore on the right side. Draisaitl. And stolen back then by Eichel on the right side. Vegas trying to move it the other way. Through the zone now. Howden will dump that one in down low on the right side. Draisaitl picks up that puck. Nurse to Perry for Stetcher. Stetcher breaks into the zone. Taking it back then down low is Frederick, who tries throwing it up to the point. And stolen back then by the Knights. Here's McNabb. He dumps it down low into the Edmonton zone. Draisaitl comes in now and regroups for Edmonton. Oilers are 8-2 in the last 10 potential series clinching games. Pietrangelo backhands it around. Klingberg tries to keep it in the zone. Banks it up and out. Through the zone now. Hanifin moves it in. Noah Hanifin drops it back a shot. And back now behind the net. On the right side, Waugh for Dorofeev. Dorofeev throws it up to the point. Hanifin dekes it around then down low. Waugh back with it. Throws it in front. And intercepted there by the Oilers. Evander Kane then will gain the red line. Clears it into the Vegas zone. Battling now is Waugh. Waugh tries sending a pass up for Dorofeev. It's intercepted on the right side. Henrique gets knocked down. Brown to Kane in front. Saved by Hill on the rebound. And he will cover that one up. Shots are one apiece here through the first period so far. Thanks everybody for tuning in. The top 5 goal scorers from the Vegas Golden Knights in the regular season have amounted to 0 goals in this series. That being Pavel Dorofeev, Tomas Hertl, Jack Eichel, Ivan Barbashev, and Brett Howden, all not scoring a single goal in this second round series against the Edmonton Oilers. Face off around the right side, here's William Karlsson. Karlsson throws a pass up now. McDavid gets it back. Connor McDavid regroups to Bouchard. Bouchard sends it up then for Hyman. Zach Hyman holds it at the blue line. Will clear it back down low. McNabb throws it around. Hyman trying to keep it into the zone. McDavid banks it back then behind the net then for Nugent Hopkins. Nugent Hopkins to the point. A shot deflected wide of the net. 11:40 left here in the first. Cleared back out then to center ice. It's Brett Kulak now regrouping with it. Gives it up then for Nuge. Nugent Hopkins circles it back then for Kulak, who will regroup here for Edmonton. Back up then through the zone is Janmark as he has to skate back and regroup as he can't clear the puck out. Through the neutral zone, clear it all the way back down into the Vegas end. That'll be an icing against the Oilers. A little under halfway through. Showing off Chris Knobloch in his second season as the Oilers head coach. Was the 2024 Western Conference champion. Has a .656 points percentage. He's been phenomenal since coming over here to the Oilers as their brand new head coach. Face off again now here inside of the Oilers zone. Janmark versus Howden. One down low. Bouchard on the right side. Clears it around then. Kulak with the puck. Brett Kulak sends a pass up. Banked off the boards the other way. Down into the zone. Over then Eichel. Eichel breaking it down back the other way. Throws it up then for Hanifin on the right side. And puck slides free. And regrouping now is Vegas in their own zone. Pietrangelo drops it back. Eichel will break it back into the zone. Down low in the corner, then Nurse to Stetcher. Troy Stetcher then on the right side. Cleared back down the other way. Hanifin to Eichel. Through the zone now, Olofsson. Olofsson will take it in. Trying to move it to the front. He gets knocked down. No call there. Eichel now fighting on the right side. Stetcher picks it up. Oilers breaking out now the other way for the neutral zone. Here's Kapanen. Kapanen sends it down low. Frederick then over for Nurse, and the Knights intercepted on the right side. It's cleared out by Tanner Pearson. Breaking it the other way now through the zone is Schwinn. A shot and a glove save by Stuart Skinner. Midway through the first period, you can tell that this is really playoff hockey right here, right now. Only 3 shots through the first 10 minutes of this period in this game. It's still 0-0. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. I appreciate it. Stone is a duster. He can go back to Ottawa. What's up, Florida Panthers fan? How we doing? I am very good. How are you? Showing off Bruce Cassidy here now in his 3rd season as the Knights head coach. A .648 points percentage. Won the Stanley Cup back in 2023. The Knights are looking to repeat that manner. .959 here left in the first period. Now inside the Oilers zone. It's McDavid versus Kolasar. Barbashev. And one here then by the Knights. Hanifin, a shot deflected wide back down low. Kulak battling for it now along the right side. Here's Connor McDavid. McDavid waits and circles back. Looks for options. Bouchard sends a pass up then to Nuge, who dumps it in. Along the right side, Hyman. In front, McDavid waits, shoots it, and it goes up in the air and wide. Bouchard tries to keep it in. He can't do so. Here's William Karlsson, a drive, and that one's wide. Riley Smith now down in the corner. Battling for it. Puck comes out in front of the point. Haig, a shot. Saved by Skinner with the right pad. Through the zone now. Kulak with it. Trying to bank the puck out. They will get it out successfully. As they just resort to regrouping now inside the Edmonton zone. Bouchard to Connor Brown. Through the neutral zone, intercepted then by the Knights. Banked off then the boards by Whitecloud. And over then for Brown. Brown with some room, a backhand. And a save there by Hill. On the right side then, here's Dorofeev. Pavel Dorofeev moves it through the neutral zone. Hurdle trying to break it in. And loses control down low. Tomas Hurdle tries throwing it in front. It's blocked. And back down low into the corner. Wah. On the right side, looking for options. Trying to break it free. Skating around here still. And still deking around these Oilers defense. Here's Theodore to the point, a shot. That one goes wide as well. Taken back then by the Oilers. Knights will keep it in, however. Jake Wallman regroups now inside the Edmonton zone. Down low. Klingberg battling forward. It's behind the net. Kolasar picks it up then for Vegas. Keegan Kolasar on the right side. Down low then for Hertl. Intercepted by the Oilers. Henrique trying to clear it out. Kept in then by the Knights. Hertl dumps it down low. Kolasar waits with the puck. And tied up there by multiple Edmonton Oilers. Once again. 7:40 left here in the first. Theodore to the right side. Dorofeev in front. Kolasar! And a save by Skinner. You got that right, CJ. The Maple Leafs are not that good. They're not just that good. They're not good, period. Yeah, brutal game 5 there out of Toronto. At home, too. That's actually insane.
And Vegas stacked a couple shifts back to back there. Good chance there for Kolasar and Skinner. Skinner does a good job covering up, and Kolasar not had to go whack Wellman gave teammate. It's the playoff.
7:34 left here in the first period. Still 0-0. Inside the Fortress. Face-off won then by the Knights at the point. Pietrangelo holds it, sends it back down low, intercepted. Darnell Nurse now on the right side. Nurse gets knocked back down low. Stetcher picks it up then for Edmonton. Trying to clear. It's a hand pass. It goes up and out of play. And with time winding down here, the score still stands as is. It's still 0-0. I appreciate everybody who has tuned in here tonight for this stream. It is greatly appreciated. Through the other way now into the zone. Oilers trying to regroup. Here's Eichel. Banks it off the boards. Then Olofsson down the right side. Cleared back into the Edmonton zone. Stetcher fighting for it now with Barbashev. Cleared all the way out then to center ice. Shea Theodore in the defensive zone. Intercepted. Howden feeds a pass up then and dumped into the zone by Olofsson on the right side. Stetcher battling in the Edmonton zone. Here's Darnell Nurse. Nurse will just wait behind his own zone and let the clock kind of run down here as his team gets a line change. Here's some boos from the Knights. Fans, that being. Their players aren't booing them. And cleared back into the Vegas end. Down low now Hill along the right side. Picked up again then by the Oilers. Perry behind the net. Throws it up to the point. Bouchard waits. A shot deflected. Rebound in front of Hill. And it stays out. They're still digging for it, and they finally blow the whistle as pushing and shoving continues to go on. Oops, what did I just do? Oh, man. Plenty of chances there for the Oilers to get one past Adin Hill, but none of them go through. Just jabbing at that puck, but Adin Hill keeps that under him. And, yeah, we knew that was coming. Hill's a dumpster. Hill's a duster. Freaking anger on steroids. You go back to San Jose. Face off here now. Won by the Oilers at the point. Bouchard to the right side. Then Nugent Hopkins down low in the corner. Nugent shot. It goes off the post and back down low into the corner. Eichel trying to race it down the other way. Jack Eichel through the zone. Intercepted then by Edmonton. Here they come. 2-on-2. McDavid moves in. Pass in front. And blocked there by the Knights. On the right side, then Eichel fighting with Bouchard. Puck banks up. It's a 2-on-1 the other way. Olofsson with Petrangelo to Olofsson. Gets tied up there by like 6 Oilers. And they don't let a shot get through on that one, as that did not look great there for McDavid. Shots are 5-3 here now in favor of the Oilers. He goes back to the bench slowly. That is not good. Cleared back into the center ice. Kane trying to dump it back down low. Nick Waugh regrouping with it. Down low in the zone. Huge hit there from, I think that was Frederick on Dorofeev, and puck slides back into the Vegas end. They'll regroup. Back now on the right side. Holy crap, stop showing McDavid, ESPN. Hurdle bangs it then into the corner. On the right side, Pearson battling for it now. Battling with Henrique as well. Puck finally breaks free. Here come the Oilers. Brown with Kane. Banks it off the boards then. Around now behind the net to Theodore, who regroups then back up to McNabb. McNabb to Pearson. Tanner Pearson into the zone. Shoots it. Fans on the pass. Along the right side then, Draisaitl to Wallman. Jake Wallman backhands it all the way back down and into the Vegas zone. And battling for it now is Podkolzin on the right side. Nick Hague picks it up. Hague sends a pass through the zone. Back then picked up by Vegas. Barbashev then for Hague on the right side. Carlson. Stolen back then quickly by Nurse. Over then through the zone, Kapanen. Shoots it! Saved by Hill. Draisaitl now behind the net. Along the right side, Stetcher back to Draisaitl again. Controlling the puck to the point. A shot! Saved by Hill! And the rebound is covered by his glove. Chances there from the Oilers, who keep trying to pot one here and take the 1-0 lead early. Even still, it's 0-0 here as McDavid takes a rough hit into the boards. He looks okay, though. We're still tied at 0 apiece.
Even if you're already a customer, is that even real? That's not just for me. And they give you a free phone on any plan. Who's doing that? Nobody.
Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate it. Sorry if my voice sounds a little bit messed up. I am going through like a little bit of a sore throat right now. It's probably the worst possible time for it to happen too. I hate it so much.
They said if you want it more than the other guy, it's yours. But out here, there's no such thing as wanting it more than the other guy. Oh, really? It's your childhood dream, you say. What do you think this guy was dreaming about? Or this guy? Or him? So forget every motivational poster you've ever read and know this. Everyone is going to give the exact same thing. Everything.
And back from commercial break here. Inside Las Vegas.
Yeah, we want to play fast. Obviously, they're a very good checking team. They don't make many mistakes. If we're going to force them into mistakes, it's obviously us moving our feet, checking them tight. Otherwise, it's pretty easier games for them to play.
Last time they take a bit of a tumble, but he looks okay here on the bench, correct?
Yeah, Tim and Hyman made a heck of a play on the back check. There was a 2-on-1.
So it looks like McDavid is okay following that little crash into the board. So nothing to worry about there, but I'm sure Oilers fans' hearts just skipped a beat. I bet. McDavid with 17 points this postseason. He's second in the NHL, just behind the one and only Mikko Rantanen. 3:42 left in the first period, still tied at 0 apiece. It's won by the Oilers. At the point then, Nurse around in front, a shot saved by Hill on the redirect here. Stetcher drops it back then, dumped into the zone again by the Oilers. In the corner, it's Whitecloud. Thrown around then through the zone. Picked up then by Hurdle. Tomas Hurdle to Dorofiev. A shot. It goes wide and behind the net. Nurse to the right side. Sends it out in front. Henrique to Stetcher. Stetcher to Brown. Brown back. And they can't keep it in. Here's Waugh now the other way. Nick Waugh with some room into the zone. Loses control and gets it back. Throws it in front. And Skinner makes the save there easy with the glove. Shots are 7-4 here in favor of the Oilers. There's been lots of scrums here early in this game. Just back and forth, physicality, physical action. It's really all this game has been so far, if we're being honest. Adin Hill, following a playoff loss, is 7-3 with a 2.56 and a .906 with 2 shutouts. So the optimism is high there for the Vegas goaltender, but obviously his team is down 3-1 here in the series. They need a huge comeback here if they want to make this possible. McDavid taking the face-off now against Eichel, 2 long-time NHLers. Drafted 1 and 2 consecutively on the right side. Now Bouchard, stolen back by Howden. Shot is blocked in front and cleared out there by Nugent Hopkins all the way back down. Hill comes out of his net to play it and gets it out then to the neutral zone. Good play there by Adin Hill. A risky, but good play. Hannafin throws a pass over, slides in there on Skinner. To the right side then through the neutral zone, Nugent Hopkins. Regrouping now for Edmonton. Here's Kulak banking it off the boards. Makes a weird bounce out in front. Thankfully, the Oilers get there first. And they clear. 2:20 left in the first. Theodore to McNabb. McNabb to Carlson. Carlson dumps it into the zone. Along the right side, Bouchard to Wallman. Intercepted by Carlson. Back down low behind the net then for Smith. Riley Smith racing for it. Back now behind the net. Cleared all the way back around. And kept in, though, by the Knights. Carlson battling for it now. Barbashev intercepts. Drops it back into the zone. And they'll regroup here in the corner. Carlson trying to break it free for the Knights. They're looking to get a shot on goal here. Intercepted. Draisaitl sends Kapanen. Can't keep the puck fully in. Picked up again by the Knights. Barbashev over to Carlson on the right side. And back down low into the corner. Barbashev holds the puck. Picked up again then by the Oilers. Draisaitl through the zone to Kapanen. Kapanen intercepted. Taken back then by the Knights. And Carlson banks it up the boards and clears it out. Down the other way, Kolasar trying to get an opportunity there in the dying minutes of this first period. We get a whistle. And we'll continue on playing here. 1:16 left in the first period. No goals so far in the first. Oilers looking to advance to the Western Conference Finals with a win here tonight. Vegas just looking to stay alive. Face-off. One here by the Knights. Whitecloud dumps it into the Edmonton zone. Nurse trying to bank it around. And puck goes up into the safety netting and out of play, I believe. And showing off the playoff bracket. All series can possibly end either tonight, tomorrow, or Friday. So it's possible that by Sunday we have a whole new Western Conference Final schedule. There will be 4 teams left at that point. Face-off won then by the Knights. McNabb on the right side. We get a whistle immediately for a penalty. Keegan Kolasar is going to go to the box. And the Oilers led to the first power play of the game with 1:06 left here in this first period. And yeah, that's a trip. There's not a whole lot to argue there. You're in front of his feet No debate. No debate there for me whatsoever. Keegan Kolar out of the box for tripping. And Edmonton will head to the power play. Face-off coming here now on the right side, inside of the Vegas zone. It's Draisaitl now versus Eichel. Oilers 27.3% on the power play. However, they are 0 for 12 on the road. Down low now with the puck. McNabb will clear it successfully in the final minute of play here in this first period. Skinner gives it up then for Bouchard. Evan Bouchard now the other way through the zone. Draisaitl pass over, intercepted by Eichel, and he will get it out. He will send Carlson, or at least he tried to, as the puck goes into the bench. Face-off will come at center ice after that puck went out of play. Corey Perry, they're showing him off here. 226th career playoff game. Face-off won by the Oilers. Bouchard with the puck. Evan Bouchard drops it back. 35 seconds to go. Here's McDavid. McDavid through center ice to Nuge. Cleared around the right side then. Draisaitl trying to keep it into Perry. Corey Perry. Back then down low. Up to the point then. Draisaitl waits to Nuge. Nuge holds to the point to Bouchard. 18 seconds to go. Draisaitl to Bouchard again. He shoots and blocked in front. McDavid now with it to Bouchard. Bouchard waits. Shoots it. Deflected. Back down low to the corner. 5 seconds to go. Up to the point. Bouchard. One last shot and a save in front. And glove by Hill at the final buzzer. And that'll do it for the first period. No goals in that first frame. It is now 20 minutes in the books. Nobody could get a shot past either of the goaltenders, and we're 0-0 here heading into the first intermission. That being said, it is intermission time. Go get a snack. Go get a drink. Do what you got to do, and we'll be back for the start of the second period here momentarily. Thank you all for tuning in. All right, I got to go to the bathroom here pretty badly. I'll be right back, folks.
Not enough shots, not enough zone time, not enough pressure up front. You're going into the series when you analyze it, you thought Vegas was going to be able to expose defense of the Oilers that's missing Ekholm, one of the probably the most important defensemen from Broberg from last year, was probably their best defenseman in the finals last year when he came back on. But the Vegas, to this point right now, have not been able to expose the Oilers defense. You got to give the Oilers defense a lot of credit. Yeah, Riley Smith in his interview said that they got to just play their game and stay to their game. I don't know if that's the answer. I think that there's some other things that they need to do to find success in this series. We talked about that. Well, not enough attitude. They got to play with more pace. They got to get pucks deep and really shut down as much take advantage of the defense. Scoreless after 20. Anybody thirsty? You got anything to drink? There it is. Great collaboration in Edmonton for all.
All right, I have returned. Ugh. My voice hurts so bad. Berube says Game 6 is more about mindset than tactical adjustments for the Leafs. Oh. Throat is still killing me. You guys are going to hear that here all night with my voice. I don't know what it is. It's been hurting since I recorded the Nordic Block podcast on Monday, I believe, and I woke up the next morning and it just like wanted to die. Still did my stream last night, but oh. But you guys know me. I always pursue. Um. You did, bro. You broke my voice, LeBlanc. I don't know. Like we were just like my voice was fine midway through, and then we were recording, and all of a sudden it just like killed itself. What's up, Tupac? Sounds weird saying that. What's up, man? All right. We'll still power through. You guys know me. I don't really want to do Puck Doku tonight. Too tired to think. Will I be attending the third daily mass? No, I'm going to bed. I'm good. My voice is killing me, and I'm tired. I'm gonna get some sleep tonight. Finally, for the first time in like however long. No problem, brother. I should be fine by should be fine before tomorrow or before next time we commentate games. Oh.
in this group and what we built off throughout the year. So we got to go into this thing with confidence, and it's going to be our best game of the year. You know, it's obviously not the spot we want to be in, but you can't do anything about it. We know it's going to be a roller coaster to ride. We know it's not going to be easy. Like I said, we got to have the mindset now to go into Florida and take a shift by shift and win a hockey game. I don't have an answer for you for why. Sports, things happen.
Yeah, things happen, yes and no, and we'll see what happens when they go back to Florida for Game 6 there. Can someone here explain to me how you get that kind of effort from the Toronto Maple Leafs, or no effort at all in that game?
The lack of emotion that I see, I would be pissed off. I would be sitting there dejected, at a loss for words as to how we just laid an egg in the biggest game, as we talk about, the biggest game of potentially their careers.
Yep.
In that city with all the implications of what's surrounding that team right now. The body language that we saw, the effort, their inability to stop the mistakes. They did not play a mistake-free game. If anything, they struggled both in front of their goaltender, at both blue lines. It was Florida played a clean game.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, Toronto did not come to play properly.
No pushback at any point did you see, all right, here come the Leafs, or even down 2 goals or whatever. Just never saw that from Toronto.
Well, I think Matthew said it right. There are no excuses. Don't try to make an excuse. This was the worst performance we've seen in a long time. A game that had so many implications. Two things are going to happen going into Game 6. Either this was so devastating for the Maple Leafs that they completely quit on each other, themselves and each other, or it's going to be so incredibly embarrassing for them as a team that they're going to rally around each other, fight back, and come up with a best performance of the year. Whether they win or lose or not, it doesn't really matter at this point. But they have to come back and show some character in Game 6, because that was not a good performance by the collective entire Toronto Maple Leafs team.
Get some people fired. Traded that for put like that.
Well, today is a big day because, for me, we look at the past 21 years, they've had 2 series wins in 21 years. In the past 11 years, they've had 1, right? So we look at this GM, Dave Nonis, Lou Lamoriello, Kyle Dubas, Brad Trelevin. We got 5 other coaches here. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again. And Brendan Shanahan's got to be asking himself, what do I have to do? But he also has to look at himself in the mirror. He's went out and acquired all these coaches, GMs, put these players in this position. It hasn't worked out. And I could be like everybody else being critical of the Leafs, but this was the biggest game for them over the past 2 decades.
Yeah.
And a 6-0 loss in front of your fans is embarrassing. This team's better than that. This can't happen. If they lose this series, there has to be a change. There has to be a change in leadership there. And it's not about pointing fingers. These are facts, guys. Yeah. These are facts. It's unacceptable. It's the definition of mediocrity in this sport.
2 things: full marks to Florida, right?
Yeah.
Full marks to the Florida Panthers. The other thing is Toronto can wipe away this effort if
they win the series. They got to win the series. But if they win the series,
All right. We got some time here until the start of the second period, guys.
Second period is coming up. Maybe scoreless after 20 minutes.
Scoreless after 20.
This first intermission report is presented by Lexus, where a car that doesn't make you feel something is a car that stops short of amazing. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer. There's no such thing as kind of amazing. Neither is, or it isn't. Your pulse rises or stays steady. Amazing. You know it when you feel it. Because a car that doesn't make you feel something is a car that stops short. Meet Ron. Ron eats, sleeps, and breathes hoops. With all housing can now a software solution. You need Ron. Ron needs a retirement plan. Work with principals so we can help you with a plan that's right for Ron.
Got a podcast to edit as well. I completely forgot about that.
They must think we're so dumb that we'll just fly into that bug zapper and die. Lol. I die.
All right.
And now this Orton Pro? Ew. Let's go, besties. Who was that? Smells like Ashley. Sad.
Better game to be on for sure. Yeah, this game's been a lot better. Couldn't agree with that more. How am I doing? I'm okay. Struggling here tonight. But, you know, got to keep pushing. Got to keep fighting through it.
Is so much more because there's more included. Right? Unlimited drinks, followed by amazing meals at amazing restaurants, plus free Wi-Fi. Oh, hey, Mom, I gotta go. I love you. Did I mention unlimited drinks? Hello. And excursion credits so you can explore even more. I love more. Get more out of your vacation with Norwegians, more at sea. Experience more with Norwegian. Are you a caddy? No, I'm a duck. Not the window. Okay, I'm gonna putt now. Okay, I'm gonna putt. Nice birdie. Yes, he is a very nice bird. Only pay for what you need.
All right. Got about 4 minutes here till the start of the third period, everybody.
This has been the Lexus first in the Mission Report. You know what time it is? He looks good. Sorry, I heard checking. A bit of a misunderstanding. I meant checking. Well, now we can help save our customers money on their car insurance. And whether they need car, home, boat, or pet coverage. Precisely. Now, let's go again. Susan.
Always wanted to do that.
My turn. Switch and save. Get more with SkyShop.
Best save training so far. It's killing me.
A Chewy pharmacy order is on the way for Homer, the homebody who only goes outside when nature calls. So Mom uses Chewy to get his flea and tick meds at a great price. Delivers fast, right to their door. For quality meds, for life with pets, there's Chewy.
Not on here these days, trying to be here more. No worries, brother. It's all right. All right, about 2.5 minutes here till the start of the second period, everybody. Thank you all so much for tuning in and listening to me struggle tonight. It's greatly appreciated.
Where's the garlic sauce? Is he always here? He's everywhere. We're making you a shakaroni for $12.99. That's right. I live here. Ding dong. Mountain? Mountain's calling.
All right.
Welcome to golf's next major, the PGA Championship, with first coverage on ESPN Plus, leading you to ESPN. Fantastic. Settle in, get your coffee. We'll be with you all morning and all day and all weekend. First coverage starts at 7 a.m.
All right, here we go. Start of the second period live from the Fortress. First period recap, no goals from either team. Let's get ready to jump in here to the middle frame of Game 5.
Takes all 5 guys to do it with a guy like McDavid, but they did a great job. You see there, he wants to get to the net. Hannafin does a good job keeping them out, crashing the net, and then this was the back check, just a back check from McDavid. The wheel flies into the boards. Everybody in Edmonton held their breath in that one, but he returned. He's okay, just a little cut on his face. Brian Callahan on Bob Wischusen. Leah Hextall is with us as well.
All right, face off now, coming inside of the center ice, and here we go. Second period. Oilers, I think, start out with a little bit of a power play to begin this one off. Yes, they do, and we are underway. Face off then, clear down into the Edmonton zone. 48 seconds left on the Oilers power play. Here's Bouchard. Down the right side, Evan Bouchard drops it back. Through the zone now, Connor McDavid. McDavid moves it in. Battling down low in the corner. McNabb fighting for it. Cleared up to the point. Bouchard to Draisaitl. Draisaitl waits, moves into the zone, thrown up to the point. Bouchard to Nuge, to McDavid. Connor McDavid waits with the puck to the point. Bouchard to McDavid, to Bouchard, down low. Draisaitl. Draisaitl then waits. Will look for options, throws it up to the point. A shot and deflected wide. McDavid now on the right side to the point. Then Nuge. Over, then in front, and saved there by Hill. And we're back to even strength. On the right side now, down low. Here's Zach Hyman. Hyman waiting for options now to Draisaitl. Draisaitl trying to control that puck. It's tied up there on the right side. Down low, then McDavid. Connor McDavid down low. Carlson intercepts and cleared all the way back down the other way. And they'll have to regroup as it's Darnell Nurse waiting with the puck. Nurse, with control, sends a pass up through center ice all the way into the Vegas end. Now down low, Hill to Theodore on the right side. Olofsson to Eichel, intercepted. Knights will take it through and into the zone, clear it back down low. Howden around the right side, Olofsson. Kane over then through the zone. Brown to Stetcher, puck goes up in the air. Here come the Knights the other way. Howden through the zone, Eichel breaking it in with some room, drops it back in front, saved by Skinner. What a play there by Eichel to Olofsson, but not good enough. Shots are 9-6 in favor of Edmonton on the right side. Dumped into the zone then by Darnell Nurse. Behind the net, regrouping with it is Haig. Nick Haig will look for options. Sends a pass through the neutral zone all the way back down and into the Edmonton zone. Jake Wallman with control to Klingberg. Klingberg to Henrique. Banking it down now into the zone. Haig battling for it there as well. Hurdle sends a pass up. Here they come the other way. Janmark then to Wallman who intercepts it. And the Knights will have to take it back. They do so. Dorofeev to the point. Whitecloud a shot. That goes up into the air and out of play. Way out of play at that. In the second period. Thank you all for tuning in so far. It is greatly appreciated. Vegas with the good opportunities here so far through this one. They need to win this game to force a Game 6 in Edmonton on Friday. Shots are now 8-6. They changed them up. ESPN loves to have the wrong shots. Pietrangelo at the point. A shot blocked in front there by the Knights. On the right side then, Kulak trying to play it. Picked up at the point. Vegas gets it back. Carlson to Smith, a shot. It goes up in the air and above the net. On the right side now, Carlson throws it out then, Pietrangelo. Through the zone now, down low. Smith will battle for it. Back now for Barbashev. Barbashev in front, intercepted. And McDavid with it now the other way. Pietrangelo now down into the corner. Battling for it now, Bouchard. In the corner. Yes, Tim, you did not miss a whole lot. Barbashev on the right side, throws it up to the point. Hannafin to Pietrangelo. Back down low. Carlson on the right side. William Carlson in front. Shoots that puck through the crease. Back up to the point now. Saad to Pietrangelo. A shot saved by Skinner with the glove. 16-17 left in the second period.
Inability to get that transition going, even on the power play. And you see McDavid, of course, that's his specialty. How much do you credit Vegas for how they played?
16-17 left here in the middle frame. Hey, thank you, Cadence, for the $1 dono. Love you, babe. Thank you. 16-17 here now left in this second period. It'll be Dorofeev versus Draisaitl. Faceoffs won by the Oilers. Cleared all the way now through center ice. Into the zone, intercepted. Here comes Vegas. Dorofeev stopped. Back on the right side, then Stetcher. Trying to pick it up. Over then Podkolzin to Draisaitl, who banks it in down low. Battling now Kapanen with Haig. And the Oilers can't keep it in. On the right side, dump back into the Vegas end. Here's Haig with the puck. Nick Haig along the right side. Back then Kapanen drops it back. Over to Nurse. Nurse through the zone now. Stetcher drops it back and clears it into the Vegas end. Aiden Hill slowly trying to drop it back. Intercepted in front. No Oiler is there. And they'll clear all the way down the other way. And that will be an icing once again against the Golden Knights. Shots are 9-8 in favor of Edmonton. What do you mean don't get so excited? Thank you. I appreciate it, babe. Face-off now won by the Knights. It's blown dead immediately. And they'll have to redo that there. Face-off won by Edmonton. At the point, Wallman sends it back down low to the right side. Brown, a pass over. Klingberg waits, fires it. And stopped there in front. Henrique on the right side then. Dorofeev back with it. Behind the net then to Haig. Nick Haig through the zone to Waugh. Waugh battling now with Wallman. Brown picks it up. Moves in front. Glove saved by Aiden Hill. Any more streams? None tomorrow. None on Friday. Probably one on Saturday. These next 2 days will be our days off. Just the way it is. I can't control it. Maybe I'll be able to get in one tomorrow, but I don't know. I got something happening, something going on tomorrow, so we'll have to see. 15:07 left in the second. If I am getting one in, it's the later game. But overall, I'm not too sure. Face-off won then by the Oilers. Brown to Nurse at the point. Shoots it. Saved by Hill. With the pad on the right side. Cleared out to center ice. Here's Kolasar. Keegan Kolasar down the right side. Shoots it in front. Saved by Skinner. Rebound is kicked away then by Edmonton. Through the zone now. Brown feeds it all the way back down the other way. With it. Kane, a shot off the right side of the boards. Here's Cole Schwint. Clears it into the Vegas end. Down low now, Pearson. Battling now in the corner. Bouchard. Going over then to McDavid, who poke checks it ahead. Racing for it now. Hyman. Banks it off the boards. And back down low and into the Vegas end. And over to the right side. Kolasar trying to play it. Stolen back then, Bouchard. Over to the right side. Good night, Andrew. Eichel to Pietrangelo. Pietrangelo moves it into the zone. Looks for options. We'll send that one around behind the net, down low. And over then for Eichel in front. It's kicked away and back down low to the corner. Jack Eichel here on the right side, battling with that puck. Down low, they'll still duel for it. And back down low again, then Eichel on the right side. Jack Eichel then for Olofsson. Nugent Hopkins clears that one up and out of the zone, thankfully. And Vegas regroups. Pietrangelo back to Eichel. Eichel gains the zone. Waits. Looking for options. Skates it up. Hannafin a shot. And blocked in front then by Edmonton. Hannafin dumps it back into the zone now down low. Bouchard. Evan Bouchard then to Brett Kulak. Thrown up then through the zone. Then Nugent Hopkins will clear it into the Vegas end. McNabb to the right side. Over then into the zone. Kapanen. Down low. Carlson battling forward. It comes out of the zone. Kept in though by the Oilers. Podkolzin moves in. Waits. Draisaitl holds it to the point. A shot. And it goes wide. I think it was blocked there by Shea Theodore. Here's Riley Smith. Will move it through the neutral zone. Clears it into the Oilers' end. Down low with the puck. Henrique to Draisaitl. Draisaitl now as the Oilers get a break. Draisaitl to Podkolzin. Sends a pass over. Into the zone. Kapanen! Saved by Hill. Delayed penalty for Vegas. And the Oilers are going to go back to the power play. With 12:29 left to go here in the second period, the Oilers will head back to the power play once again.
Barbashev will sit for Vegas. Gets the interference call here on Woolman as he runs him over with no puck. Power play for Edmonton.
All right, power play for the Oilers coming up here. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate smaller crowds here tonight. No problem with that. Whew.
Chipotle heat with a touch of sweet and a perfectly balanced sauce. Chipotle honey chicken takes heat and sweet to a whole new level. Nature sure is full of wonders. Riddle gives you wings.
Still a commercial break, guys. Thank you all for tuning in. Oilers still yet to score a power play here on the road.
We're trying to take away the Draisaitl look from down low and, try to make him take the shot we want, get a recovery.
12:29 here left in the second period. The faceoff will come in the defensive zone for the Knights. Their season is on the line. I don't think they've looked particularly bad in this game, but definitely things need to start improving here in terms of just shots on goal and, getting chances there on Skinner. Bouchard to Nuge. Shoots it. Blocked there by Pietrangelo, who loses an edge. Gets back up. Bouchard to Nuge. To Bouchard, who drops it back. Bouchard moves in. Shoots it just wide. And back to the right side. It'll come all the way out of the zone. And the Oilers will regroup. Bouchard waits. Gives it to McDavid. Connor McDavid down the right side. Nugent Hopkins will drop it back or try to. And get it back then down low. McDavid in the corner. Sends it up to the point. Bouchard waits. Over to Nuge. Down low then McDavid. McDavid behind the net. Waits for options. Circles around. Down low then Draisaitl. Still looking for options here on a feed. Gets it up to the point, then Bouchard keeps it in. Draisaitl. Down low. Waits for options. Shoots it. Saved there by Hill. And played back then by Carlson and cleared out to center ice. Draisaitl. Through the zone, then down low, McDavid. As Eichel waits and regroups, Pietrangelo now with it will clear it out of the Vegas zone and all the way back down. 40 seconds left here now on the Oilers power play. McDavid now through the zone, moves it in. Draisaitl to Nurse. Darnell Nurse shoots it, and a glove save by Adin Hill. Big save there by Adin Hill on Darnell Nurse as these Oilers are pressuring it around, but I'll give credit where it's due. The Knights aren't giving Edmonton too much. They're clogging the center of their own zone. They got 21 seconds to go on this one before they kill this one off here as well. You just got to keep on going. You cannot stop. You got to stay resilient. And just keep on fighting. Try and get one past Skinner on the other end. Here's Klingberg on the right side. John Klingberg to Kane. A shot. And stopped again by Hill. And played back then by Eichel. 10 seconds left. Banked all the way down the other way. Racing for it now down low. And tied up on the right side. Henrique. Adam Henrique to Wallman. Jake Wallman through the zone now to Kane. Kane back to even strength. To Perry. Perry tries sending it to Henrique in front. It bounces off of Eichel. And down low in the corner. Perry tries sending it in front. Intercepted. Barbashev gets it back. Here's Eichel. Through the zone. Moves in. Clears it around. Back then Corey Perry on the right side. Over then to Kane. Intercepted. Halfway through the period. Halfway through the game. Henrique to Kane. On the right side. Stolen back. Dorofiev. Pass to the neutral zone all the way back into the Oilers' end. And Edmonton will regroup now down low. Stetcher to Frederick. Stolen back then by the Knights. Dorofiev clears it into the zone. Now down low. Now Stetcher behind the net. Trying to bank it off the boards on the right side. In the corner, Hurdle waits. With the puck, Hurdle will bank it up to the boards. Then Theodore's shot deflected. Saved by Skinner off the bounce off the boards. And now here come the Oilers. Bounced off a Golden Knights skate. And that does not go through. Here's Hurdle. Trying to break it into the zone. Tied up then by the Oilers. Here's Janmark now the other way then for Brown. Connor Brown to the right side. Trying to throw it up to the point. In front, Frederick. And that one goes wide. Stolen back then by the Knights. Hurdle. Throws it to Hannafin. To the right side then. Moved into the zone. Dorofiev a shot. And a save there by Skinner on the right side. Shots are 16-8 in favor of the Oilers. Kulak dumps it down low. Hill to Pietrangelo who plays it around. Over then for Cole Schwint. Battling here at center ice. Draisaitl there fighting for it too on the right side. Picked up then by Kulak on the right side. Send a pass over for Kapanen. Drops it back for Kulak to Draisaitl. Draisaitl banks it in down low. He'll pick it up and throw it around then the Podkolzin. Stolen back then by the Knights and Oilers pick it right back up as I say that. Pietrangelo regrouping now. Cleared back into the Vegas zone. Kolasar dumps it in. Gloved by Skinner. And gives it down low then for Kulak on the right side. And back behind the net. Brett Kulak now down low. Feeds a pass up. Bouchard through the zone now. Brown sends it around back then behind the net. Stolen then by McNabb. Who regroups. Backhands it through the neutral zone. And the Oilers get it right back. Just back and forth action. Not a whole lot of shots. I know the Oilers are controlling that pretty heavily here, but even then, there hasn't really been a lot here these last few minutes. Here's McDavid, a shot. That one is hit with the stick there by Hill on the right side. Kept in at the point. Wallman clears it back down low. Behind the net now, Theodore battling with Nugent Hopkins. McDavid sends it up to the point. Klingberg drops it back. McDavid dekes around in front and blocked by a Knight. Hopkins to the point, a shot, rebound! Denied there in front by Shea Theodore. Here they send the other way. Riley Smith into the zone. Tied up then down low by Wallman. Klingberg to Nugent Hopkins. Here's Ryan Nugent Hopkins through the neutral zone. Brings it in, shoots it, and a save there by Hill. Through the zone now, it's Olofsson who dumps it in down low. Behind the net, Skinner. Over then for Stetcher as the Knights defense, the Oilers defense regroups with 6:30 left to go in the second period. Nurse to center ice. Fighting now with Stetcher. And puck goes out of play, I think. As something went down there, and still here in this second period, it's still tied at 0. No goals have gone through either goaltender in this game.
That's an awfully big file you got there. And big files, well, they'll download that fast. Rome wasn't built 2 minutes before class. Oh, we're good in that. You can just use AirDrop.
Thank you all for tuning in. I'm sorry that I'm kind of struggling here on this stream. It's been kind of a brutal night, to be honest with you.
Believe how good they are.
Why can't you believe it?
Because you're Taco Bell. Taco Bell.
Yeah, but a taco place could do nothing, right?
Yeah, the Hidden Valley Fire Ranch is awesome.
They're good, but not chicken place. When did you guys become a chicken place? Can't the taco place do good nuggets? Are we not allowed to do both?
What do you mean?
You think it's cool to do both, right? Why are you looking at me like that?
Are they okay?
I don't think so. We're totally a taco place. That's a chicken place. That's also a taco place. You go back and look at Vegas' penalty kill and how passive they are. When Bouchard gets this puck up top, a lot of times when this pass comes out, Michael would come down here, pressure, and that would activate the grab and the strike. There'd be a pressure zone right there for Draisaitl. But Vegas is not doing that. McNabb will stay in the front of the net. Michael will pressure for a second, not allowing him to shoot it, but then he drops.
So some good pressure here by the Oilers, but the Knights' defense on that kill was very phenomenal. Eichel kind of keeping them to the right side, not giving them a whole lot of room. Just kind of, forcing them to the outside. And I think, again, a lot of the time you're going to see your goaltender save that puck if it's from the outside. So I give a lot of credit there to the Oilers for sure. The Knights for sure for pulling this one through. Here's Eichel the other way. Sends a pass over. Howden to the right side in front. And Olofsson can't tuck that one in. Here comes Edmonton. 6 minutes to go in the second. Podkolzin over in front. Saved by Hill. The rebound goes up in the air, and Vegas is rushing it the other way. Eichel, one-on-one with Nurse. Dekes around him, and he can't get a shot off. Oh, that would have been unreal. McNabb a drive, and deflected the other way. Here's Kapanen. Over then through the zone, then Podkolzin. Podkolzin to Nurse. Nurse tries throwing it in front to the right side. Down low now with it, Howden. Will drop it back. Haig sends a puck through. Waited then with the puck then is Corey Perry to Henrique on the right side. Down low then Janmark behind the net. Trying to hold the puck then Theodore to Waugh. On the right side then down low. Haig banks it off the boards and the puck goes up and into the safety netting and it is deemed out of play. 5:19 to go. Still 0-0 here in the middle frame. I will go to the bathroom once again for during another commercial break. I shall return.
Now it is. A Valencia orange makes a blue moon a blue moon, and everything a little brighter.
This combo meal's got combinations, make this thing your own creation. Entree, drinking, choice of five. Oh, and the free to swap fries. Have it your way.
As a member of Navy Federal Credit Union, Nick feels financially at ease, which means he can worry about other things, like crossing this river. What if his feet get wet? Did he bring extra socks? Are there salmon in the river? Are salmon aggressive? Nick has a lot of things to worry about. But as a member of Navy Federal, his finances aren't one of them. Become a member today. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission.
Plus dessert Pepsi. As we return, Callie has Get More, brought to you by Geico.
Oh,
Maybe his best game of these playoffs to keep Vegas in it. And he's been great so far. There's a little shot there to Henrique and still makes the save. But there's definitely good traffic in front of him. That was at the end of the first. Makes that save. That one from Dyson off of his mask.
another face-off coming up here now inside of the Vegas, and Aiden Hill has been working tonight to keep Vegas' season alive.
There has not been a scoreless game through two periods so far in the playoffs this year. And we're only 5 minutes and now 15 seconds away.
Puck now down inside of the Vegas end. Draisaitl holds it along the right side. 5 minutes left to go in the second. Still tied at 0. McDavid in front. Blocked by Noah Hannafin. What a stick play there. Here's Carlson now the other way. Carlson clears it into the zone, then down low. Bouchard will fight for it. Slides it out in front. There's nobody there. Here they come the other way. Hyman on the breakaway. Tied up there by Pietrangelo on the right side. Pass in front. McDavid didn't know where it was. And Carlson then back to Barbashev. Barbashev with some room. Waits. Feeds it over and intercepted there by Bouchard from Riley Smith. Carlson then down low. Smith behind the net to the point of Pietrangelo. Pietrangelo shoots it and deflected back down low into the corner. Carlson down low. Intercepted there by Edmonton. Here's McDavid. Connor McDavid through the zone. Waits. Passes it over to Draisaitl. And broken up then by Whitecloud. Whitecloud will throw that puck all the way back into the Edmonton zone, and the others will regroup. It's Wallman now. 4 minutes left in the second period. Shots are 18-9 in favor of the Oilers. They'll clear the puck the other way, battling down low. Haig through the zone. They'll try and bank it through. And stolen back then quickly on the right side. Podkolzin battling now with Haig down low. Slid around then. Vegas will pick it up. Wah for Whitecloud. Throws a pass up to the neutral zone. Here come the Knights. 3-on-2. Wah drops it back. Dekes around. And a save by Skinner on Dorofeev. What a play. Wah in front now down low. Looks for options. Holds the puck. Drops it back. Dorofeev feeds it up to the point. A shot. Deflected just behind the net. Hurdle to the right side. 3 minutes left. Tomas Hurdle waits. Feeds it over into the zone. Theodore dekes around and a save by Skinner again in front. And he gets him the cover with 2:58 left.
Stuart Skinner has not been tested often with a flurry of offense. That was a good sign, you'd have to think, for Vegas. First pressure in the second period for Vegas. Nice toe drag there from Dorofeev. Straight a little over skate. Just can't get a hard shot off as Skinner blocked that one out.
Face off in the Edmonton zone. Won by the Knights to the point. Hannafin a shot. Save again by Skinner on the right side. Poke checked ahead then by Kane. Here's Connor Brown on a breakaway. Dekes around and could not get a shot off there. He'll send it back down low for Kane, who can't complete the pass either. Oilers do get it, though. Down low, Howden will intercept that play from Kane. Kane will get it back and dump it around, but it's kept in. Henrique to the right side. Shot back down low. Here's Kane. Shifts it up to the point. Nurse waits. Throws it down low. Around then in front then. Here's Howden. Here they come the other way. Olofsson drops it back. And Howden can't deke around Brown. Olofsson now in the zone fighting for it in the corner. Stolen back then by Edmonton and cleared out to center ice. Vegas will regroup. 2 minutes left here in the second period. Cleared back down into the Oilers' end. Waiting for it now is Stetcher battling with Barbashev. A big hit there in front. And another chance there down low. Barbashev up to the point. Whitecloud shoots it. Save in front. Rebound. Goes wide. Here's Carlson. Up at the point. Then Barbashev shoots it wide again. Another chance. Haig a shot. Goes off the boards. Smith to the right side to the point. Banks off an Oiler and goes all the way down the other way. Hill will go pick it up. Shots are 18-13 now in favor of the Oilers, but Vegas has controlled play these last couple of minutes. Stuart Skinner playing unbelievable. As well as that, too, Vegas also keeps missing the net as well, so.
Skinner's made some saves, and we got a little bit lucky as well. That one went off the post, and this was Barbashev trying to shoot for that far side. Just fires it wide. Quick shifts there from Vegas. See if they can build on it.
Another face-off coming here now inside of the, I think at the neutral zone. I'm not entirely too sure. Vegas was 7 scoring chances this period. Had 0 in the first period. They need the first goal. That's the number one thing here if you're the Knights. Get the first goal and then evaluate. And they'll just get a line change off there quickly. Face off. Inside of the Vegas end. Howden wins the draw to Pietrangelo. Pietrangelo will throw a pass up into the Edmonton end. Kulak now battling with Olofsson on the right side. Picked up then quickly Bouchard to McDavid. McDavid poke checked away. And they're forced to regroup. Cleared back then for Draisaitl. Leon Draisaitl skates it around. Back then McDavid will throw it back and down low for Corey Perry. Last minute of play now in the second period. Draisaitl to Eichel. Eichel then for Kolasar intercepted. And back into the zone the other way. McDavid waits. Gets it stolen back. Poke check the other way. Then Eichel intercepts. And Edmonton waits as it slides back into their zone. 35 to go. Bouchard holds the puck back in their own end. They'll bank it off the boards now the other way. Battling now in the corner. Hanifin with Hyman. Dorofeev waits with the puck. 15 seconds left. Dorofeev dekes around. Sends it in front. Waugh trying to get to it. And back down low in the corner. 5 seconds left. And that'll pretty much do it here for 40 minutes of play. No goals during that time. A shot in front deflected. And that will be the final buzzer. Still no goals in that frame. And we head into the third period scoreless. That's the first postseason game of these playoffs to be scoreless through 2 periods of play. And only the second time in the Watch of Nordic history that has happened. That being said, it is second intermission time. Go get a snack. Go get a drink. Do what you got to do. We'll be back here for the start of the third period momentarily. my goodness. Thank you all for tuning in. I hope not. I could see it going to OT. It feels like an overtime game, but I hope not.
For savings and service, get more with Geico.
Domino's new Parmesan stuffed crust pizza tastes like never before. Because Domino's has never had stuffed crust before. Seriously. But we do now. So get any medium two-topping Parmesan stuffed crust pizza for $10.99 when you mix and match.
Ugh.
No one puts more love into logistics than these three. You need them. They need a retirement plan. Work with First Bolt so we can help you explain what's right for your team. Let our expertise round out yours.
I can feel it like tickle in the back of my throat, and I don't like it. I don't know how I did it yesterday, and it's so much worse today. I don't know how that's even possible, dude.
You know, sometimes life can be a little crazy. That's why when the possibilities gotta grab it, hold on to it. Like how Verizon just lets you lock in a low price for 3 years. Even if you're already a customer. Is that even real? That's not just for me. And they give you a free phone on any plan. Who's doing that? Nobody. Come on, what's better than that? Probably nothing. Yeah, nothing.
Welcome to the show. Buckle up. It's about to get wild here. The one with unimaginable power. Wow. All real stuff to the prefer. And endless entertainment. Where young trailblazers bring big speed, big swag, and big personality. My guy. Welcome to MLB's best. You can't help but be high by now. Sunday Night Baseball. Every Sunday, all season on ESPN.
Welcome back to the Discover Taking Intermission Before.
Yeah, Bob referenced at the end of the period, this is the first Stanley Cup playoff game to be scoreless after the period. So, goals just about every
Sorry, folks, trying to get some graphics done for videos tomorrow.
everything he possibly can to get
You know, the usual.
forward. Got 2 shot attempts, 1 on goal. Yeah, Vegas is going to need a lot more than Jack to kind of get going. And, he might have to tweak some things in his game to find a little bit more success.
I don't think we did it, but let's do our Watch with Nordic stat records. This is our 8th time streaming the Oilers. We are 3-2-1, and this is our 8th time streaming the Knights. We are 4. Hang on a second. Oh, I didn't update it. We're 4-2-1. Oilers record must be, that's 6. So it's 4-2-1 for the Oilers. Never updated that. Whoops. Panthers advanced to 5-2-0. They have tied for the most wins that we have seen on a Watch with Nordic stream. Nice. Nice, nice.
Jack, we started to see you guys come a bit bare in the final minutes of the second period, but with no score through 40 minutes, is there space out there to take some strategical chances to create some offense?
I think we just gotta be cleaner in our ozone. Like when there's two teams competing hard, obviously not giving up a whole lot here, and both teams are playing well defensively.
Should be having a 2025 review out tomorrow. I know I've only done 2 of them.
Get to the net, get a bounce, get a tip, get something. So, we got 20 minutes here.
You do have 20 minutes, but you entered this game without your captain, Mark Stone, who's an emotional leader for you guys. With your season on the line, how do you make sure you keep pulling in that right direction and forcing a game six?
Things I understand what we need to do, right? It's the veteran group in there, and just got to be a lot of desperation in our game. So it's just we got to get pucks in net, obviously. Continue to defend hard. Continue to have urgency, be competitive, and there's just got to be a lot of desperation in our game. So obviously, miss Stoney. He's a huge part of our group, and we want to win for him.
Best of luck.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think you said it right. You got to get the puck in net. He's got a tremendous skill set. At times like this, a player like that has to be able to adapt to what the situation dictates. The dictation for him right now is that he has to get the puck in the net. He hasn't gone through any playoff series. He's still effective. He can still make plays, but he's got to do more, and he's got to identify what needs to be done. The team needs him now to take the puck to the net, shoot the puck at the net, and draw penalties because he's doing so. And if he does that, I think his game will open up for him. He'll start to produce goals. He'll start to shoot the puck. He'll start to score goals, and I think the whole team will benefit. But if he continues to do the same thing game after game, pointers are taken away at his strength, so he's got to be able to find a different way to be successful. And so far he hasn't. He's got to find a way to save.
Seems like Eichel always has the puck on his stick, and he hasn't drawn a single penalty.
If he's not taking it to the net, he's not taking it to the net. He's on the perimeter. He's got to get to the middle of the ice there.
Disciplined by the Oilers, too, Nick. So everybody heard what you guys had to say about the Toronto Maple Leafs tonight. I wonder what the rest of the free world had to say when we come back.
This second intermission report is presented by Discover. Credit card at the NHL.
But with Discover, I get accepted basically anywhere, not just one place. Oh, don't worry, no, I got it, Dwayne Jet Ski. Discover is accepted at 99% of places nationwide. What's better than a limited time deal? An unlimited time deal. That's why the $5 response is cheaper is available all the time. The best time for fresh, never frozen beef and Applewood smoked bacon is all the time. Duh, for the best deal of all time, gotta be Wendy's.
Not really big into committing to things. I usually stop binging the show halfway through the first episode. I mean, remember when my hair was blonde for like 2 seconds? But when Verizon announced that I could lock in a low price for 3 years for both phone and internet, even if I'm already a customer, I was like, so I think 3 years in the future, Pete would be very proud of my decision. Look at me grow.
Got about less than 10 minutes here to the start of the third period, everybody. Thank you all for tuning in. It's greatly appreciated. Hopefully we don't get overtime, but knowing my luck, we will. You know. Use another cough drop. I'm going to try. I think it is going to happen. I think the Oilers will take this game. I think the Oilers are going to win either Game 5 or Game 6. The Stars, the same thing, and we'll be back here previewing the Western Conference Finals on by the weekend. That's my prediction, at least.
Macaroni back at Papa John's with more pepperoni than over half a pound of cheese.
So many orders, we have to staff up.
I am here to work, people. Where's the garlic sauce? Is he always here? He's everywhere. We're making you a shakaroni for $12.99.
That's right. I live here. They said if you want it more than the other guy, it's yours.
year there's no such thing as wanting it more than the other guy. Oh, really? It's your childhood dream, you say? What do you think this guy was dreaming about? Or this guy?
All right, about 7 minutes left here, guys. Stick around. Thank you all so much for tuning in.
Everyone is going to give the exact same thing. Everything. Welcome back to the Discover Second Intermission Report.
There are goosebumps everywhere. Look at this scene. The atmosphere, top of the game.
The scene in Toronto tonight. The pictures tell the story. Not right? No. And those people paid a lot of money for those tickets. And their team did not show up for them tonight. And the big superstars on Toronto, if you're not going to score, at least don't help the other team score. Austin Matthews is a giveaway here, guys.
Yeah, this to me is just attention to detail. You gotta bear down.
Why is it like that, dude? Like, why?
Turnover right there, and then the back check to pick up Boquist was a little lackluster.
You could lose and still have an acceptable effort, but that was not bad. And again, everybody heard what you had to say. Let's see what the rest of the world has to say. Our social media correspondent, none of your business card, are we really telling you that? Here's Arnold Cow. He's also, well, he's a Maple Leaf fan, I guess.
The reaction among Maple Leafs fans, as you would expect, very level-headed on social media. Props to the Leafs. They can't hurt me anymore. I am fully conditioned and primed for these moments. That's some Leafs Jelly HD. How about this? The Leafs are a wagon, baby. Yeah, some kind of wagon.
That's
for
wagon,
sure. Yeah. Next, this is the crying Jordan meme at Maple Leaf Square times a million. Yeah. This segment is tougher to do, literally standing next to a guy wearing a Stanley Cup ring, by the way. But thanks, Trunks. This is the inside if you want. Yeah, that's even worse. This is the best one right here, the Spider-Man meme. Yep, every single year. It is the very same thing. Yep.
Why can't Toronto win in South Florida and force a Game 7 back at home?
Well, Florida's a great team.
They can. Are we shoveling dirt on them too?
No.
No. We don't need to do shoveling dirt. Oh, yeah. I'm not.
There's lots of hockey left to be played. You got to get your mind right and energy right first, Paul. Now, do you have any of those Edmonton beverages left, or I might need 1, 2, or 10?
Wasted calories, dude. Might be something stronger than that, too. Meanwhile, the Vegas, they're ready for a good time. Someone will score tonight. Get luxury without the splurge with Taco Bell's new $5, $7, and $9 Lux Cravings boxes. There's the $5 classic box, the saucy as ever. The $7 Supreme box, packed with decadent favorites. And the $9 Discovery box brings even more indulgences, like the Cantina Chicken Burrito. It's the Lux you want. For less. Choose your $5, $7, or $9 Lux Cravings box only at Taco Bell.
About 3.5 minutes till the start of the third period, guys. Thank you all for tuning in.
Red Bull gives you wings. Buzzer commercial, when you can have all the comforts of private. The all-new Infiniti QX80.
And the campfire chicken for you. Let me know what you think.
I know chickens can't fly, but can they swim?
Deep campfire flavors inspire deep campfire thoughts. Only for summer at Cracker Barrel.
I think he's working.
Two times more for all of life's moments. With the bank, that's your out. Life moves at the speed of hockey, but you can count on Enterprise, home or away, to always be there with the assist, no matter where the game takes you. Enterprise, for lives in drive. New Haagen-Dazs Belgian waffle cones. Save the best for last. That's us.
At Ace, explore the full lineup of Weather grills. The Weather Spirit Gas Grill, steel wood pellet grills for searing and smoking, and the Rust Resistant Weather Slate Grill. From burgers to breakfast, Ace is the place for your perfect weather grill.
All right, minute and a half now, the start of the third period. Second period recap. Goals from goals from nobody. There was no goals in in either of these periods so far. So let's see if there's a goal in the final frame and possibly longer. But I think we'll see one here in the third period, or at least I hope we do. I don't think I can handle another overtime. All right, here we go. This long doubleheader night has almost come to a close. Getting ready here for the start of the third period. Live from the Fortress in Las Vegas. Well, if you're Vegas and you're trying to win this game, the number one thing you got to look at is to beat Stuart Skinner. That's your biggest thing. If you can't beat Skinner, well, your season is done. So if they can try and get one here, you get the first one, then you hold on. You don't allow Edmonton back in this game, you will be able to force a game 6 and stay alive and keep your season from concluding here tonight. All right, face-off now is underway. Hannafin wins the draw to the right side, but Petrangelo banks it around down low. Picked up then and cleared back down into the Vegas zone. Racing for it then is Hyman. Petrangelo gets to it first. Hannafin plays it around the neutral zone. Picked up then by Edmonton once again. Bouchard will drop it back. Looking for options here. McDavid sends a pass all the way back down, and now the Knights will regroup. Carlson clears it into the zone now down low. Skinner behind the net. Barbashev tries throwing it in front, and that will be a penalty. The first penalty of the game against the Oilers, and the Golden Knights here early in the third will go to the power play. Evan Bouchard will head to the box. And there you go. Vegas will get their first opportunity to take a possible lead here in the game with a 5-on-4 man advantage. This is huge. This could be your season right here. Face-off, won by the Knights. Theodore to Eichel. Eichel shoots it. Save in front by Skinner. I think it might have been blocked by Nick Waugh. Darnell Nurse will steal that puck then and clear all the way down the other way. Vegas with a 26.7% power play. 3 for 12 in this series. Here's Eichel. Through the neutral zone. Drops it back. Hurdle. Sends a pass over. Waugh. Dorofeev intercepted Eichel without a stick. He keeps that in. What a play. Dorofeev on the right side now down low. Cleared back down low. Eichel gets his stick back. Jack Eichel to Waugh. Waits. To the point. Theodore holds it. Dorofeev to Hurdle. Theodore to Eichel. Waits. Down low, Waugh below the goal line, intercepted. The Oilers clear. A minute left here on the Vegas power play. Theodore will move it through then for Dorofeev. Dorofeev racing it in now the other way, battling here in the corner with Kulak. On the right side, puck finally breaks free. McDavid trying to throw it up to the point. Carlson kept in by the Knights. William Karlsson to Eichel. Down low, Hurdle behind the net. Eichel waits, shoots it. Saved by Skinner. Puck goes back then to the right side. Dorofeev to Eichel. Over then for Nurse along the right side. Eichel throws it up to the point. Theodore sends it down low. Eichel circles around and looks for options. Down low then, Karlsson drops it back for Eichel in the corner. Tries throwing it in front, and that's blocked there as well. Theodore a shot, and save in front there as it's blocked. Hurdle trying to get a shot on. Saved by Skinner again. And that'll pretty much do it for the power play. Final seconds winding down on the right side. Eichel can't keep it in the zone. And the Oilers kill it off. Here's Eichel into the zone. Waits. Down low below the goal line in front. Rebound, Hurdle. And it goes back behind the net again. Oh my gosh. Here come the Oilers. Kane to Bouchard. Off the rush to Draisaitl. Stolen back then quickly. Here's Pietrangelo. Through the zone. Eichel coming in. Deeks in front. Howden misses. Oh my God. He had a wide open net in front. Oh, here's Draisaitl. Leon Draisaitl. 1-0 breakaway. He's in. Saved by Hill. And the net comes off as Pietrangelo runs into Aiden Hill. He's got some snow inside of his beard. Oh my goodness. Oh, what a sequence there, back and forth. Brett Howden nearly missed the net. Draisaitl breakaway and a save there by Aiden Hill. And even here through the first couple of minutes in the third, still no goals. What a play by Leon Draisaitl to break it out the other way. Oh my goodness.
Two huge chances at both ends. Did it look like John Klingberg may have just nicked that puck that was passed from Eichel to Howden? That little touch of the puck by Klingberg may have saved the goal. Yeah, that's flat on Howden's stick.
Face-off coming now again inside the Vegas end. Eichel versus McDavid. It's won by Eichel. Down low. Pietrangelo will clear it all the way out to center ice. Kulak will regroup. Along now the right side, Nugent Hopkins to Bouchard. Here comes McDavid. Down the right side. Drop back. Hyman a shot. And it goes back down low to the right side and out of play. And they were calling for an out of play, but it won't be called. And now they blow the whistle. That was a little strange. Shots 19-14 here in favor of the Oilers. Vegas starting to try and make a comeback here. They haven't scored in 2 periods. Showing off Edmonton this postseason. Plus 10 goal differential. 3 comeback wins in the third period. Scoring 19 goals. Face-off outside the Vegas zone. It's won by the Oilers. Klingberg to the right side. Dumped into the Vegas end. Down low. Puck bounced off the boards in front. And cleared back down the other way. Jake Wallman now slides into the zone. Wallman banks it off the boards. Waiting with it now on the right side. Klingberg. And picked up again then by the Knights. Here's Hurdle. Intercepted. Into the zone. Henrique. Brown in front. Can't finish. Oh my goodness. About 6 minutes have gone here in this third period. Kane will send it back into the Oilers zone. Jake Wallman with the puck then for Hyman. Hyman battling now on the right side for McNabb. Into the zone. Now it feels like this game is going to be a 1-0 game and the next goal will win. That is sure what it feels like right now. I'm not going to lie to you guys.
To extend this series, and they said get more shots on Stuart Skinner. It's not as easy as it sounds, though, because Edmonton's doing such a good job at boxing out in front of him and protecting that ice. But when we talk about desperation these days, the coaching staff...
All right, face off outside the Oilers zone now. It's won then by Edmonton. Nurse to Stetcher. Over through the zone, then Perry will drop it back. Oilers will skate it back and wait. Stetcher feeds a pass up through the zone. Hit off that puck, and they try and clear it back in, but it's dropped back then. Stetcher over then for Nurse. Darnell Nurse on the right side. Banks it off the boards. Perry sends a pass up, intercepted by the Knights, and cleared back into the zone. Darnell Nurse down low. Will immediately move the puck down into the Vegas zone and intercepted again. Here's Eichel. Jack Eichel through the zone. Dumps it in down low. Skinner now battling forward here in the corner. And played back around. Here they come the other way. As Janmark gets tied up there, Oilers will wait. They try and dump it. Kept, though, by the Knights. Breaking into the zone. Olofsson on the right side. Tied up there quickly. And Vegas will come back and regroup. Draisaitl holds it then for Edmonton. We'll look for an option. Kulak now down the other way. Banks it through the zone. Puck goes up in the air and stays in play. But they'll blow the whistle for offsides against the Oilers, I guess, or something like that. That was weird. With 14:21 to go in the third. Ooh. Scratching my nose.
Watch in-game highlights, stories, and post-game recaps, only with the NHL app.
Which team will crack? If it is the Edmonton Oilers, this series continues. If it's the Vegas Golden Knights, they're cleaning out their lockers.
Face off. Won by the Knights in their own zone. Theodore banks it off the boards on the right side. Here's Riley Smith. Sends it back in. Carlson trying to deke it around. Will just dump it back down low on the right side. Here's Kulak to Bouchard. Bouchard sends a pass up and over. Intercepted now as the Knights will bring it back in. Carlson to the point. McNabb. McNabb waits. Throws it down low. Barbashev holds it. Up to the point. Theodore down low. Smith in front. Dekes around back then behind the net. Riley Smith to Barbashev, a shot. And blocked in front there. And tipped back down low then by the Knights. Played back on the right side. Dumped out to the neutral zone. They'll race for it back down into the Vegas end. And it'll be an icing against the Oilers. With 13:35 left to go. Wow, Will O'Ree in the arena. Nice. Six and a half minutes gone by here in the third. Bouchard clears it out to the neutral zone. Vegas will pick that puck up and just wait. Shots are 20-16. You can tell Vegas is a little bit more urgent. Here come the Oilers the other way into the zone. Hyman to Draisaitl! Just wide. Hanifin to Pietrangelo. Pietrangelo to Hurdle. Hurdle through the zone. Dekes in. Pietrangelo to the right side. Hurdle in front. Tied up there by the Oilers defense. In front. And that one's denied there as well. Here comes Connor McDavid. Banks it down low into the Vegas end. The fact that Vegas has held the Oilers off the board for this long is remarkable. Puck will slide back into the Edmonton zone. Here's Wallman. Jake Wallman through the zone. Shoots it. Glove save by Aiden Hill. And we'll go to commercial break here. Still scoreless in the third period. No goals scored even now. Could see that. They have to get by Dallas. Yeah. Again, like I think that like that's the series. No matter how it goes, I think that's going to be the series. You could even argue that whoever comes out of that series will win the Stanley Cup. You really could make that argument.
What's in your wallet?
All right.
Both these teams try to find a way to solve these goals. That breakaway for Draisaitl was his first of the Stanley Cup playoffs. He had 12 during the regular season and scored on 4 of them. So a huge save by Aiden Hill against the #1 goal scorer in the NHL during the regular season. Draisaitl had 52 total. He's the Rocket Richard winner.
Face off the draw on the Vegas end. It's won by the Knights. Down low, Pietrangelo. 12:30 left to go in the third. To the right side, it's dumped in Barbashev. Over then Carlson for Barbashev. Down the right side. Back into the Edmonton zone. Skinner then for Wallman, who fires it around. Cleared back down low. Wallman holds the puck. Over then for Klingberg on the right side. Kept in Barbashev. Over then and intercepted quickly by Nugent Hopkins and breaking it out now the other way. Here's McDavid, tied up then by a Knight, and Vegas will steal that puck. Edmonton gets it back. Hyman into the zone. Dekes around, waits, has no room there because Hanifin doesn't give him much of any. And here's Nugent Hopkins now down low. Up to the point. Nurse to Klingberg. Shoots it. Blocked in front and picked up then by the Knights and cleared out to the neutral zone. Still 0-0. Down low inside the Vegas end. McNabb holds the puck. McNabb will skate it through center. Intercepted there. And here come the Oilers. Here's Kapanen. Kasperi Kapanen into the zone. Circles around. Shoots it. And blocked off then by Skinner. Theodore to the right side. Up to the point then. Another shot. Blocked in front. Here's Jack Eichel. Eichel with some room into the zone, shoots it, saved by Skinner, and it goes up in the air and out of play. Shots are 22-17 in favor of the Oilers. Whew.
Very noticeable in this third period. Kind of Willie's team to extend this series. As his last chance right here. Gets that quick snapshot off. Skinner fights it off with the blocker.
Face off now, won by the Oilers. They rush it the other way. Here's Kane. Down the right side, Evander Kane. Moving it down low. Gets tied up there easily. And down low now, Dorofeev with it as well. In the corner, Haig. Poke checks it ahead on the right side. Sends it up for Hurdle. Kept in by Stetcher. Waugh gets it back. And here comes Hurdle. Hurdle rushing the other way. Tied up then with Nurse. Picked up by Waugh. Slides it in front. And Dorofeev can't lift that. Waugh gets to it though. On the right side. Pass over. In front, a shot. White Cloud blocked. Here's Waugh now on the right side. Nick Waugh looks for options. Waits. Dorofeev fumbles the shot. Waugh gets it back. Kicks it with his feet. Looks for options here now. Circles around. Gives it for Dorofeev then down low. Throws it in front, and racing for it now is Hurdle. On the right side, will throw it up to the point. Kept in by the Knights. Haig, and cleared by the Oilers. Halfway through the third period, still no goals. Haig clears it through the neutral zone. Banked up then through the boards. And Vegas controls. Kolasar Drops it back for McNabb. Over for Theodore. Down the other way. Pearson trying to bank it off the boards. And Kulak clears to the neutral zone. Yanmark trying to rush that through and denied. There is a 3-on-2 for Vegas. Pearson. Kolasar drops it back to the point. McNabb dekes in. Saved by Skinner. Kolasar waits. Feeds it over then through the zone for McNabb to the point. Theodore passes it over again. Kolasar will hold the puck for Theodore. Will deke around the right side. Takes it down low behind the net. Theodore up to the point. McNabb. McNabb holds it to Theodore. Clears it back down low. Around the right side. Oilers will get it out. 9 minutes to go now in the third period. Oilers with a 3-1 series lead. They can move on to the Western Conference Finals with a win. Golden Knights are looking to keep their season alive. Carlson dumps it into the zone. Behind the net now, Wallman clears it around. Back then for Riley Smith. Smith waits. Shoots it. It goes wide. To the point then, a shot from Hannafin deflects. Back down low behind the net. Along the right side, then here's McDavid. Connor McDavid trying to break it through. And tied up then by Barbashev and Hannafin, and now they'll regroup. 8.5 minutes to go here now in the third period. Barbashev tips it down low. Shots are 22-19. Stretch pass then through the zone into Hyman. He can't control that. Hill will pick it up back down low. And here come the Knights. Eichel through the zone. Jack Eichel moves it in behind the net. Gets tied up there by Podkolzin. Oilers are playing incredible defense. Knights fans want a penalty. They won't get one. And Theodore then back in front for Olofsson as they race it the other way. Tied up then quickly. Nurse along the right side. Clears it out to the neutral zone. Back then for McNabb. Racing forward is Draisaitl with some speed. Behind the net. Hit there by Whitecloud on the right side. And back down low, then Eichel tied up there heavily. Olofsson banks it back and into the Edmonton zone. 7:30 left in the third period. As Howden nearly ran into Skinner there for a second. Kulak drops it back then for Bouchard. 7 minutes and 15 seconds left in the third. This is a next goal wins type of game. Through the zone now. Cleared back in on the right side. Here's Wah. Wah to Hurdle. Wah. Pass in front. Dorofiev. Waits. Behind the net. Backhand. And a stop there by Skinner. And cleared all the way back out and into the Vegas end. That'll be an icing against the Oilers once again. Here with 6:51 left. Still no goals. Shots are 22-20. This game could not be more even. A huge chance there from Pavel Dorofiev. Nearly got that one past Skinner, but as Skinner has done all night, he says no. Stuart Skinner also riding a shutout streak here. Here's Pietrangelo. Banks it along the boards. Eichel will look for options now. Circles it around. Feeds a pass up. Intercepted McDavid. McDavid through the zone out of Nugent Hopkins. Breaks it in. Will bank it back behind the net. He's got 4 Golden Knights back. The Knights are not messing around. Pass in front of McDavid. Blocked there by Hyman on the right side and cleared out to the neutral zone. Here comes Edmonton with the pressure. Along then to the right side, Smith to Barbashev. Stolen back then by Nuge. Over for Klingberg. He clears that one into the Vegas zone. Along the right side, it's Smith trying to clear. He gets it out successfully. Picked up then again by the Oilers. 5:58 left in the third. Here's McDavid. McDavid dekes around, waits, and will backhand that one back around down low. Hannafin. Along to the right side, Barbashev. Stolen back then by Yanmark as the Oilers regroup. Thrown back into the Edmonton zone. Wallman. To Stetcher. To Draisaitl, the shot saved by Hill. And back down low through the boards. Along the right side, Yanmar clears. And taken back then by the Knights. And Barbashev's stick just shatters while he has the puck. That's brutal luck right there. And here come the Oilers. Darnell Nurse will just dump it into the zone that goes up and out of play. And that'll bring the faceoff outside of the Vegas line. We'll go to commercial break. Still no goals as we approach the final couple minutes here of regulation. I'm going to the bathroom. We'll be right back.
You won't remember my name. This is the last time you will see me at the top. I want to carry on, but not today. This is the point I give up. But not today. I want to carry on. You will see me at the top. This is the last time you won't remember my name. While well-timed check can save a game, a well-timed body check can save your life. AstraZeneca and the NHL are teaming up against cancer. Together we can stay ahead of cancer with a simple conversation. Talk with your doctor about your risk factors.
And about available cancer screenings that are right for you.
It's time to make the ultimate defensive play and get body checked against cancer. AstraZeneca is the official partner of Hockey Fights Cancer. At Ace, we know not all people feel that
It's like the 8th time we've gone to the bathroom in this entire stream.
collection of premium brands like Benjamin Moore, Magnolia Home by Joanna Gaines, and Clark and Kensington. And your local Ace is premier service and quality paint that stand up to the test of time. With gallons of paint like wire, starting at only $29.99. And right now, buy a gallon of Clark and Kensington or Royal Paint and get the second one 50% off.
If you've stayed up late, you will be rewarded with a finish. Because we've gotten several in this series. Zach Hyman would turn out to be the game winner with 3 minutes to go in game number 1. Game number 2 went to overtime. McDavid and Dry win it for Edmonton. Then the series moved in game 3 to Edmonton, and it was Riley Smith with a half second to go in the
Man, I guess we really have had a lot of game winners in this series come really late. So don't be shocked if the game winner comes here within the last, 3 minutes or so. I would not be shocked. It's happened in game 1, game 2, and game 3 of this series. Game 2 in overtime, obviously. Through the neutral zone. Tied up then is Nurse. Cleared back now down low. Brown dekes it back then behind the net. Kane gets tied up there down low. Hurdle waiting with the puck. We'll clear it up then to Whitecloud. Over then for Wah, who dumps it in. Back down low into the Edmonton zone. On the right side. As the Knights will regroup with it. Cleared back all the way into the Edmonton zone. Skinner then for Nurse, who will regroup around the right side. Kane to Brown. Brown will dump it in. Back in the neutral zone. Around the right side is Alex Pietrangelo. Pietrangelo sent a pass up through the neutral zone. Intercepted. Here's Podkolzin. Dekes around. Over to Draisaitl. Shaved by Hill. And it was blocked in front as well. To the point. Klingberg to Draisaitl. Draisaitl deking around. 4:10 left. Puck in front. Blocked by a Knight. To the right side then. Klingberg clears it all the way out down the other way. And into the Edmonton zone. It won't be an icing. Here's Wallman. Final couple minutes winding down. Wallman clears it into the zone to the right side. Now Theodore with it. 3:45 left here in the third period. No goals scored. Kapanen to Kulak, a shot. Deflected back down low behind the net. Thrown back up to the point. Klingberg waits. Looks. Draisaitl now with it. Feeds a pass over. Poke checked away then by Shea Theodore. And here come the Knights. Through the zone, Smith breaks it in down low. Klingberg gets it. Will try backhanding it through all the way down the other way. He does so successfully. Here's Carlson to Pietrangelo. Down low into the zone, Carlson then. Battling forward with Barbashev alongside Bouchard. Back down low then, Nugent-Hopkins inside the Edmonton zone. 3 minutes left here in the third. My voice is killing me. I can't take overtime. Please score. Here's Kulak. Clears it into the Edmonton zone. Along the right side. Eichel tries picking it up. Stolen back then down low. Pietrangelo. Around now behind the net. Hannafin with the puck. Down low now behind the net. Pietrangelo again with it. Will clear it out to center ice. Puck slides all the way back into the Oilers zone. We're getting overtime, aren't we? Puck cleared into the... Ooh, is that a penalty? Ah, bummer. No penalty. Puck was cleared out into the crowd. But apparently it touched Eichel, so there will be no penalty. Chances for both sides. Still 0-0.
There's no such thing as kind of amazing. Neither is, or it isn't. Your pulse rises or stays steady. Amazing. You know you feel it. Because a car that doesn't make you feel something is a car that stops short of amazing.
When you're with Amex Gold, sometimes based on restaurants around the world.
You might be right, Tim.
You know, sometimes my life can be a little crazy. That's why when you find stability, you gotta grab it, hold on to it. Like how Verizon just let you lock in a low price for 3 years, even if you're already a customer. Is that even real? That's not just for me. And they give you a free phone on any plan. Who's doing that? Nobody. Come on, what's better than that? Probably nothing. Yeah, nothing.
Coming up next on SportsCenter, or whenever we're done, a career night from Jaylen Brown keeps the Celtics alive in their series with the...
These Knights fans are on their feet here in Las Vegas. Thank you all for tuning in. If you're new here, please subscribe. Face off now inside the Edmonton zone, won by Vegas. Shot is blocked. On the right side, then down low. Picked up by Edmonton. They try and break it out. Dorofeev keeps it in. On the right side, bank back down low. Oilers are playing really good defense. Hurdle. Back then for Wah. Intercepted in front to the point. Theodore's shot blocked. Rebound. Dorofeev! Saved by Skinner again. Come on, it's Stuart Skinner. Here's Dorofeev. Up to the point. Theodore to Dorofeev. In front. They missed the shot. I don't even care who wins. I just want this to end. Here's McNabb. Clearing it now down low on the right side. Wah picks it up. Less than 2 minutes to go. Here's Hurdle. Up to the point. Theodore shoots it. Saved by Skinner. With the glove. Shots are 23-22. This game could not get more even. Honestly.
For all the question marks of Stuart Skinner coming into playoffs, getting pulled, losing his starting job. He has responded, shutout in Game 4 and not allowing goal here yet in Game 5. The Titans, though, you got to be careful these scrums now. Do not want to take the extra penalty. So these offensive zone draws mean so much right now. David and Eichel will square off on this one. At one point, Edmonton was more than doubling up the Golden Knights in shots, almost dead even now. And Dorofeev leading the way with 5 shots on net.
Face off here now inside the Edmonton zone. Eichel versus McDavid. It's won then by the Knights. Hannafin, a shot denied. McDavid trying to race it the other way. And back over down to the right side. Here's Nuge to Hyman. Hyman into the zone. Shoots it wide of the net. And back down low. 1:30 left in this game. Here's Hannafin to the right side now. Howden to Pietrangelo. He moves in. Pietrangelo a shot. It goes back down low behind the net. Picked up then by McDavid on the right side. Kept in by the Knights. A shot from Pietrangelo blocked in front. And the Oilers will move it the other way. Here's McDavid. A 2-on-1. McDavid with Hyman. He's in. Saved by Hill. .106 to go here in the third period. Oh, it goes right into Hill's chest.
Hill, the big stop there, tries to go low glove on Hill. Hannafin does a great job defending that as well. Not only taking away the pass, but takes away the time from McDavid at the same time. Here doesn't have much time to get that off. Hannafin actually gets a piece of it as well.
Oh my goodness. 1:06 left in the third.
And the officials finally broke up that big scrum behind the net. Zach Hyman was in the middle of it. And again,
Come on. Come on.
that time of the game right now where it's got to be something.
Come on.
So Connor McDavid, his first shot on net.
That was McDavid's first shot on net this game.
Also stopped Leon Draisaitl's first breakaway of the play.
Carlson versus Draisaitl.
Carlson to the left of Hill.
Face-off then is won by the Knights. Last minute of play here in the third period. Intercepted by the Oilers into the zone. Stopped then quickly by the Knights. Cleared the other way. Draisaitl drops it back. In front, Kane. He has some room. A backhand goes wide. Up to the point. Kept in then by the Oilers. Around then down low. Stolen back then by the Knights. Here's Barbashev to Carlson. Into the zone. Smith in front. Blocked by an Oiler. And Wallman clears the other way. And that'll be an icing with 32.4 seconds left against Edmonton.
It's almost a shame that one of these goaltenders is going to end up on the losing end. They've both been great. They've both been lights out. Draisaitl versus Carlson here. Big offensive zone draw for Vegas. 30 seconds left. The Golden Knights have won 11 of 17 offensive zones.
All right. Face off. Inside the Edmonton zone. Won by the Oilers. They clear it all the way down the other way. Vegas will pick it back up. 25 seconds left. Hannafin to Pietrangelo to Eichel through the zone. Eichel waits in front to Smith. It's tied up. To the point Pietrangelo. 13 seconds left. Over in front. Pepped in by the Knights. Eichel a shot. Blocked. Oilers will get it out. And Vegas can't get it in time. We're going to overtime. No goals in the middle frame. No goals in the first frame, the second frame, the third frame. We are going to see overtime here. Of fucking course we are. Of course we are. My voice is killing me. Thank you, LeBlanc, for the dono. God bless. At least I'm not doing this for nothing. I mean, I'm not doing it for nothing anyways. I'm doing it for the commentary, but thank you, LeBlanc, for the dono. I appreciate it, brother. That is much appreciated. Thank you so much. Woo! End of regulation here tonight. Let's go to overtime in about 15 minutes. Ugh.
Well, offensively, I think that they realize that in this game they can't win the game in one shift. It's going to take the whole game, and they're focusing on the details. We've seen McDavid
open ice, they're swarming it. They do not want to be beat by those two guys tonight. They may not have that choice. This game now, I would expect that McDavid and Leon Draisaitl are going to get on the ice together, and they have to be focused defensively again. For Vegas, though, they've got to get the offensive punch going. They've got to shoot more pucks.
By the time we're freaking done here, guys, Steve Dangle's LFR is going to be out.
I think for Edmonton, they came in and played a very patient, very veteran, very mature game for a closeout game for themselves. I like Edmonton's chances now going into over. They're one shot away of advancing. There's no pressure on them.
Oilers are one shot away from advancing. The Knights are one shot away from essentially forcing a Game 6 on Friday.
I think Vegas has something to do. I think they've really had a lot of zone time. I think they've tried to get in the forecheck. I think they've tried to Edmonton's defense. They've done it at times, but then they never have anything to show for it. They're not getting enough pucks to net with traffic. Yep. And other than that, they've made a concerted effort to play a solid game defensively as well. To your point, shut them down as a team. They've done that, and here we are in the 0-0.
Here we are. I asked you during the third period, at what point do you put McDavid and Draisaitl back together? And you said, overtime. Tell me what you're thinking there, Neil. One goal.
You want to get to overtime where one goal ends it.
Baby, come back.
You never know what's going to happen, how it's going to play out. We saw a number of quality chances. The last 5 minutes, we saw 2-on-1 with a minute to go for McDavid to get his first shot on goal, which is crazy. But I think they will. I think they should put them together in overtime to try to steal it and finish it, and hopefully take the odd shift together, double shift them if they get that opportunity. It's been a pretty fairly technical game in the sense that it's like a chess match out there, the way they're going back and forth from a defensive standpoint, and now I get a sense that they're going to start to open it up.
Vegas got to take what they give them. They can't be forced to.
This is anyone's game now, absolutely. It definitely is.
As soon as that puck was turned over, Eichel's on his horse and coming through the middle to get the defenseman support. If the Vegas defense doesn't have any support from the forwards coming when McDavid gets the puck in open ice, it's going to be a long night. And they had that tonight. One of the reasons why this is McDavid's first shot on goal. But
And Madison did a great job.
Yeah.
Great job playing that 2-on-1.
Textbook. Look at this. Hold, perfect. Textbook 2-on-1.
And Adrian Hill read it as well perfectly. Playing off of Hannafin, not cheating for the pass.
Converging in on the 2-on-1. I would have loved to have seen Hyman take his stick on the right-handed open shot and put it on his backhand to the post, and McDavid could have got him a firm pass.
And would have read him going from the one-timer back to the
Instead of
back
hanging
post.
out to drive to that post with your backhand, I think McDavid could have found him there. But
And he knows Connor would make that play.
Oh, yeah.
He's taking that 5 minutes.
Just show him on the backhand for the tip-in because Hill had to play McDavid's shot there, and it would have been open.
This seems like as good a time as any to welcome everyone to the Enterprise Overtime Intermission Report. Guys, the last team to win a game 1-0 in overtime while facing elimination like Vegas is tonight, 2007 Dallas Stars.
2007? 18 years ago.
Overtime win 2004, Calgary Flames did it against the Red Wings. So this feels like Edmonton, right? Are we all in agreement on that? Territorially, Edmonton has been the better hockey team tonight?
I wouldn't say that.
You guys? You're gonna go. You think Vegas has been the better team?
I think Edmonton's been a very patient team, a very
Oh.
team that waiting for
Who's
that.
been the better team tonight?
I think that territorially, Vegas has had the majority of the play in their zone for sure.
What are the stats, though?
I don't know. I'm not a numbers guy. I thought you said you feel like all the momentum is in favor of Edmonton.
They're up 3-1 in the series.
Well, I thought you meant in the game.
Just in general, overall, and they've afforded themselves a road game like they played tonight.
Yeah, they're in the power
They're up there.
position.
They're in the power position, so they can come in and play a very, very defensive, very mature, very patient game tonight, which they've done, and give themselves. They're one shot away from advancing. They've come into Vegas and done exactly what I think they would. I think they feel good about being in the position they are right now.
Mess said at the start of the series, Edmonton is going to score 3-4 goals a game around that. They have the potential to do that. If Vegas can't score 3 or 4 goals, today's different. They've had trouble scoring goals. So Edmonton knows that they can I think that Edmonton's played the best defensive game that I've seen. Their breakouts have been great. Their execution out of the zone. Klingberg, where did this guy come from? He's reborn again. He looks amazing out there. So their D, Evan Bouchard included, look great.
How bored am I from what? I'm not bored. I'm just like, I'm tired. My throat hurts. It hasn't been a boring game, but I just wish somebody would score.
In the middle, the slot area, everything's been pushed out to the outside. There hasn't been a lot of traffic in and around Stuart Skinner, so he's been able to see everything. We saw him make a couple really nice plays up high. He's a Barbashev, Dorfiev, like all the Vegas guys who score some of these big goals. Now, no Mark Stone. We got to point that out again tonight. They really look like they missed Stone tonight. Yeah, but someone's got to make a play for Vegas. I mean, it's as simple as that. You could see Eichel really trying to drive the play in that third period. He still wasn't getting into it. He shot the puck a couple times. A lot of times he finds himself on the entry, instead of driving to the net, getting himself stopping up and backing off and getting his butt against the boards there. You got to get the puck to the middle of the ice at this time of year. And you could see it, but to his fairness, he was really trying to drive that the play for the Vegas, drive the tempo for the Vegas Knights in that third period there. He just didn't get anything accomplished.
You got some quick here. We're going to talk about your Maple Leafs. You saw at the end of the third them get the odd man rush. Yeah. Edmonton was watching that series with Minnesota. That line with Kaprizov, Boldy exposed Vegas all series long with their transition. So if you don't think Edmonton's trying to take advantage of the transition game, that's where their offense is coming from. So Vegas starts to push. They got to take what they're given. They open the game up. Edmonton's gone. The season's over.
All right, so in the earlier game, PK's Toronto Maple Leafs, they came up just a hair short. The Leafs lost in overtime tonight against Actually, it wasn't actually that close. A total dominant effort by the Florida Panthers. And in this game, Florida will go home now with a chance to eliminate the Maple Leafs in a couple of nights.
Do you hear the footsteps? Let's go!
A lot of turnovers with Marner right there, an egregious one, and then not picking up Boquist on the back check. Boquist just gets in the lineup for that.
Great game. That's not a bad player to put in the lineup there with an injury, but the Maple Leafs just really had a tough night, and I think Ruby kind of said it best. That sometimes things like this happen in sports. There's no explanation for it. There's no excuse for it. You can't explain it, so let's just move on to the next game.
Yeah, they're going to have to show us that they're more than this. They got to show us now.
I mean, I don't think there's really any excuse or explanation.
Oh, game set!
Anything you can do.
What is this shit? All right. Ready for the start of the overtime frame here in a moment.
Just looking in the mirror and all those things better. I mean, I think everybody's got to look in the mirror, like I said. Myself included. Everybody wants to be better. Everybody wants to obviously win, and we've been great all season long. We're basically believe in this group and the confidence in this group and what we built on throughout the year. So we got to go in this one with confidence. It's obviously not the spot that we want to be in, but you can't do anything about it. We know this is going to be a roller coaster to ride. We know it's not going to be easy. Like I said, we got to have the mindset now to go into Florida and take shift by shift and win one again.
I don't have an answer for you for why. Pork for the top.
That's the best reality TV. We're on our way to overtime. PK, can we get a winner in the first overtime? I'm going to stick with my team. Even though Edmonton's been the better team for me, I'm going with Jack Eichel. I want to pick Dorfiev, but Jack Eichel's been percolating.
You got Vegas winning here in the overtime. I'm going to go with right call. He always seems to have a knack of scoring goals in big games like this. It's just amazing how he gets it done. I think Edmonton's going to sit back. They can be more relaxed and patient. I think Edmonton gets it done.
Franz, bring us home. You guys break the tie.
We have a Thomas Hurdle sighting.
In and around here. Let's go.
Really? It's going to be an ugly goal. Right. We've got Sid Manson tied in and around. He's trying to get some traffic in front.
My bracket's still right. Your bracket's still
so far behind.
Someone get a door. Get this done.
PK's bracket. This has been the Enterprise overtime.
All right, about four minutes until the start of the overtime. I know my clock's delayed, but what's up, Winslow? Of course, there's overtime. Now I feel awake.
At AT&T, we confidently guarantee our network. Oh, no. What we can't guarantee? You and your teammates being too connected.
What up, champ?
Trouble, I know.
I texted you guys I was done. I would have. I got stressed first this morning. I thought you said you were on work.
Connection means something. That's why with AT&T, we'll proactively make it right with a credit for a full day of service if there is a network interruption. That's the AT&T guarantee.
I know, bro. You don't even have to tell me. This has been actually insane.
Welcome to golf's next major, the PGA Championship, with first coverage on ESPN Plus, leading you to ESPN. It's going to be fantastic. Settle in, get your coffee. We'll be with you all morning and all day and all weekend. First coverage starts at 7 a.m. Eastern on ESPN Plus. At Ace, we know not all paint is created equal, so to do it right, start with exceptional paint that's designed to last. Only Ace has this collection of premium brands like Benjamin Moore, Magnolia Home by Joanna Gaines, and Clark & Kensington. And your local Ace has premium service and quality paint that stand up to the test of time. With gallons of paint like Royal, starting at only $29.99. And right now, buy a gallon of Clark & Kensington or Royal paint and get the second one 50% off. Ace is the place for helpful hardware, folks. Welcome to golf's next major, the PGA Championship, with first coverage on ESPN Plus, leading you to ESPN.
All right. Let's lock in. First overtime frame coming up here in a moment.
Welcome to overtime, presented by Icy Hot. Set for the start of the fourth period.
All right, here we go. Overtime. Third period recap. No goals in that third overtime frame. Let's get ready for the start of the fourth period. The night of goalies making remarkable saves, playing phenomenal. Game in, game out, all around. All right.
Is with us as well. The last time we were in this building together, it was back in game number 2. It went to overtime, and a star, of course, won it. McDavid.
All right, here we go.
We're about to expect here. I don't know. I think the way Edmonton's skating, and I always think they could create turnovers and out-man
All right, face off now at center ice, and we are underway. This is the first scoreless game to go to OT since 2021. You know what that game was? Winnipeg versus Edmonton. So the Oilers have been in a familiar situation before. Stuart Skinner in net for the Oilers. Aiden Hill in net for the Knights. Puck in front, Kapanen. Intercepted. Down low, Draisaitl on the right side. Holds the puck. Feeds it up to the point. Wallman. Up at the point. Moves in. Shoots it. Saved by Hill. And played back to the right side. And banked up the other way. Here's Eichel. Jack Eichel looking for a lane. Theodore sends a pass all the way up in the air and kept in, though, by Vegas. On the right side, banked in out of the zone, kept in then by the Knights, and they'll bring it back to their own zone and regroup. The second overtime game of the series, we obviously streamed the first one, game 2, last week. And that puck is offsides as Vegas attempt to cross the zone, but not good enough there. Series on the line for Vegas. Edmonton looks to move on.
We have not had a team end a series in overtime of a 0-0 game since the 2007 conference quarters when Dallas.
Face off now, one here by the Knights. Dumped into the zone by Hannafin on the right side. Skinner played back down low to Bouchard. Bouchard will clear it around all the way through into the Vegas end. Shots are 25-22 in favor of the Oilers. Here come the Knights. Into the zone. Carlson drops it back. Intercepted. Here's McDavid. 2-on-2 with Hyman. McDavid into the zone. Shoots it just wide of the net. To the point of shot. And that one goes back down low. Another chance. It slides up. And racing for it now is Vegas. Here they come the other way. 3-on-3. Smith banks it down low into the zone. On the right side then, Kulak with it. Cleared back down low. And that'll be icing there against the Oilers. A little under 2 minutes in. Ooh.
See right there, just gets a piece of it. Can't catch it, but gets it up. Supposed to go wide.
Face off now in the Oilers zone. Won by the Oilers. Bouchard clears it up to center ice. Picked up then by the Knights. Whitecloud to the right side. Banked off the boards. Picked up by Janmark. Matthias Janmark circles around. Waits to the point of shot. And it goes wide back into the corner. Down low here now, Wallman. Perry tied up in the corner. Perry picks it up, tries sending it up to the point, gets it there. Nurse clears it back down low. To the right side to the point, Stetcher. Then for Perry, banked back down low. Troy Stetcher on the right side. Whitecloud picks it up. Here come the Knights the other way. Dorofiev banks it off the boards and into the Golden Knights zone. On the right side, Darnell Nurse will try sending it the other way. Puck goes in the air. Here comes Edmonton. Janmark with Perry. Perry waits. Feeds it over to nobody. And Olofsson tries to clear. It's kept in, though, by Kane. Edmonton gets it back. Intercepted to the blue line by Klingberg. Here comes Wallman. Wallman down the right side in the corner. Tied up then down low. Waits. Henrique to the point of shot. And it goes wide. Back then for Wallman. To the right side. Klingberg to Brown. Saved by Hill. Here's Olofsson. Banking it back down into the Edmonton zone. On the right side. Through the zone now, Henrique. For Draisaitl, who clears it in. Down and on Hill. Hannafin will pick it up. Vegas will break it out now the other way. Through and dumped down low into the zone. Skinner banks it around, then Bouchard on the right side. Evan Bouchard, here comes Draisaitl. Leon Draisaitl down the other way. Directed back into the corner by Hannafin. Up then to the point. Bouchard to Kulak. A shot deflected just wide to the right side. Down low Bouchard now again. Here come the Knights through the zone. 3-on-3 the other way. Carlson over then for Smith. Back down low. And back tying it up now behind the net. Up the point then. Theodore a shot. Glove saved by Skinner. Shots are 27-23 in favor of the Oilers. It's been unbelievably even here tonight. Face off in the Edmonton zone. McDavid versus Eichel like many times before tonight and in this series. Klingberg slides it around. Picked up by the Knights. Hannafin banks it off the boards. Dumped into the zone. They'll race for it now in the corner. Nurse back behind the net. Picked up then by the Oilers. Klingberg over for Nurse. Nurse through the zone. Nugent Hopkins a shot. And that one goes wide in front. McDavid tried banking it through. And that one's denied there as well. Eichel clears it in. And Skinner will make the save with that one as Nurse will regroup. Nugent Hopkins through the zone and intercepted. Coming back down low now is Klingberg for Nurse as the Oilers regroup. Klingberg around now to the right side. Through the neutral zone, they'll regroup. Here's McDavid. McDavid in all alone. Saved by Hill. He was tied up there by Theodore. Puck in front. A shot. Kulak blocked. Oh my goodness. At the point now. Kulak again. Another drive. Tipped in front. And down low to the corner. Picked up then by Kolasar. Here's Keegan Kolasar. Down the right side to Carlson. Carlson shoots it. And it goes wide. Kulak then for Frederick, who gets hit there by Whitecloud. Down low, Whitecloud will clear the puck out into the neutral zone. And trying to bank it down the other way is the Oilers, and they will do successfully. Racing for it now is Janmark on Haig along the right side. Back then and picked up quickly. Here come the Knights through the zone. Hurdle, waits, moves in behind the net down low. Looks for options to the point. Hannafin moves in front Dorofeev, blocked. Here come the Oilers now. 2-on-1. Janmark with Kane. Janmark to Kane in front. Deflected then by a Knight defender. Here's Brown now, a shot. That one's also blocked. And down low to the corner. And the Knights will get it back. Pietrangelo clears it the other way. Here they come. It's Wah into the zone. Looking for options now. Battling in the corner. Henrique there as well. Stolen back. Tomas Hurdle to the point, a shot. And that one's blocked as well and goes down low. Kane clears it around. Kept in though by the Knights. Barbashev, a pass over into the zone. Olofsson off the net. Oh, I thought that went in. At the point, Theodore on the right side. Back down low then Klingberg. Klingberg banks it off the boards. And the Knights regroup in their own end. 7 minutes gone here in the overtime. Henrique to Kulak. To Wallman. To Podkolzin. Pass over. Draisaitl to the point, of shot. Saved by Hill. Rebound in front. It's loose. And they score! They score! Edmonton wins! Oil up! The Oilers are going to the Western Conference Finals! A scramble forward in front, and the Oilers win. They're going to look at the play one more time. Kasperi Kapanen. Kasperi Kapanen with the overtime winner. It looks like it's going to count. Wow. Wow. And the Oilers, for the second straight year, are going on to the Western Conference Finals. Incredible. Ooh, my goodness. Wow, I'm taking away right now. And the Oilers will advance to the Western Conference Finals. Vegas season has concluded. Wow. What an ending. Both goalies played absolutely phenomenal. The Oilers take this round. They are off to the Western Conference Finals and will face one of the Dallas Stars or the Winnipeg Jets. That being said, I'm done. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate it. I will see you guys